Hello everyone, welcome back to another live session. How are you all doing? So make sure you guys check out today's video if you haven't already. Very important stuff on there. Not too crazy like yesterday. Yesterday was a bit more active, but we do have some important things in there that you guys should know. So check that out if you haven't already. And before we start, definitely check that description box down below to find Everdex, platform I use for all of my trading. So yeah, make sure you check that out if you haven't already. But then, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Look at this strange move here. Two very large candles there, but they're both closed bullish. That's a strange start, I'm not gonna lie. So as you can see, Bitcoin is now down. Yeah, it's not quite down towards the support level that we have in the 4-hour time frame. We do have a nice uptrend there, as you can see. So we could actually expect a move now to the downside of about 76k actually for Bitcoin. Looking at liquidity wise, we don't really seem to have really any liquidity towards the bottom range. We've got that 167 million at 79,000 and price is currently sat at 77,000. So we might actually get a retest for that upper resistance level there. Chat is disabled. Why is chat disabled? No, it's not disabled. Yeah, so it shouldn't be. Maybe it's just lagged out. So 1 hour time frame, what are we looking at? As you can see, we do have a bounce off of that resistance level. We came in through it slightly. That is in the daily time frame, I believe. Yeah, you can see we've been coming bullish ever since. So this level here is much tighter than this one here. As you can see, it's pretty tight. And now let's have a look on a closer level. It does appear that we are coming down. We've had that breakout at the top, false breakout obviously, and then it's come in for a reversal from that top level of about 70, that 80k resistance level that we had, and then you can see we've got a slight resistance, but we could be in for a continued downtrend. We've got that high there, a low, a high, and most likely a low below this low. A low below this low, if you kind of get what I'm trying to say. So this next low is most likely going to be lower than this previous one here. And that would obviously form that nice structured downtrend. See, we're still in that downtrend there. We've got a high here, a low there, another low, another high, another low, and another high. So we are currently in that downtrend. It's perfectly visible. So we have the first high there. Well, that low wouldn't count. So we've got a low there as well, a high, a low, and a high there. So you can see each is lower than the previous. So each low is lower and each high is also lower, which obviously forms a downtrend. So now we could expect price to come from this level of 77,623 for a push down to that low that would be created around 77,000. You can see we've kind of bounced off of this resistance here. So this previous low was 77,129. Right, so we do have Bitcoin coming within this range right now. But it has, you can see it has bounced off of this level that there was that previous low. We do have more liquidity to the upside. We've got relatively no liquidity on the downside. As you can see, this has been claimed already. All of this chunk here, that's already been taken, and now we're at that 77,500 range right now. So a push to the upside of 79k could actually be on the books right now. You can see we've relatively got none. We've got 53 million, got 30, 20 something. And then on the upside, we've got 100, 76, 77, 97, 167, 60 plus, 100-ish. There's quite a lot of liquidity at the top. So I believe we might be in a bullish scenario for today. Market conditions, geopolitics wise, we are looking a little bit more positive. Like I explained in today's video, make sure you check it out if you haven't. Yeah, things are kind of calmed down. The risk is kind of a bit lower. The fear is kind of a little bit lower as well. So people and obviously companies and whatnot are obviously going to be a lot more calmer now that the situation is slightly more under control. And it's not, chaotic and so uncertain. Obviously, it's still uncertain. It's war at the end of the day, but there is a bit of that fear factor that's been, pushed down. So it looks like we're going to go retest for this level here of that low. You can see it bounced off it like this in the 15-minute time frame. It bounced off of that level and now it seems to be coming back into it. So we'll keep an eye on what Bitcoin actually does. You can see at this area we've had a weakness in that uptrend. So for this to be an uptrend, this low should have ended somewhere around 77,600-ish, 650 to 700-ish, which would obviously show us that there is a higher low. So this low would be higher than this one. But as this one is lower than the previous, shows us a break of structure and a weakness in the uptrend. So you can see it's started to go bearish ever since this position here. We did go higher than that previous high, but this low was pretty important. It showed us that there is a weakness within this trend for a bullish scenario. So now we are coming within this red area here where we have that previous low of 77,129, where price previously peaked up to that 78,000. You can see where it came through that resistance level ever so slightly. So ever since this position here, we've been bullish and the price hasn't come lower. That is speaking in this area here. So that's for all of yesterday, so yesterday we came up above this area here, and now we have still been relatively consistent, but we have kind of hit that resistance level and then come back down. Hello, Michael, how are you? Just started. So you can see we've actually slightly dipped into that box there, and we've come in for a straight bounce, and we are coming back into that. Relatively sharp. Let's see how sharp it actually is. Not too crazy. So we'll see some resistance at these levels here, definitely at this previous low. So you can see we've already come up slightly bullish, but I think that's resistance from this area here. As you can see, we've slightly come below it and then it's bounced back up. So you can see it's bounced off of that level there by the market movement, and now it peaked to even that level there, 77,600, and now it seems we might be coming still bearish to retest this area here. You can see by the fact that it's got like a rounded shape like that. It's tried, not again, and again, and again. It's tried 3 times here. I've had higher highs as well, actually. But we haven't had that higher high in this middle area here. Sorry, the higher low. That's a low. So that kind of suggests, like I said before, that weakness in that uptrend. So if we were to see it around here, that would be better. And then the next one, better. Obviously higher. So the fact that we have this, you can see it kind of defeats that whole structure, and then it obviously goes bearish, as you can see. But we'll have a look if we do test this area of this downside of that 77,300 low. It seems like we are getting there though, slowly but surely. So we'll have a look at what happens. So we will leave Bitcoin currently where it's at until we get some confirmation of where that price is headed. If it kind of comes to this zone, breaks it, and keeps dipping, or if we start making new highs from that level there. So most likely we'll get a fake out and then a move up to the top. That's what genuinely happens most of the time with Bitcoin anyway. Everything seems to be down today though. Yesterday I believe everything was still up, pretty good, but today, yeah, it's relatively down. Crude oil is up though. Sell gold and buy it later. Let's have a look. I want to know what this is. That is crazy. Like this candle and this candle, what on earth is that? Is that like some massive paranormal candle, or what are we looking at? Something like this as well there. Crazy. You think gold's gonna dip? One minute time frame, we're relatively, yeah, we've got a bit of resistance here. 4680 is buy. Why do you think it's a buy? I see. We've got a pretty major support level there. We'll wait for that to peak up a little bit. About here it actually would be okay. We're 17. Four, 6, 80. What's going on? There we go, there's that big. So this candle is most likely, well, I'm expecting it to go, I'd say about here, and then we'll see another creation of this kind of move as well. Hello, hello. Alright, I'll be back in just a second. Right then. Hello sir, hello everyone. Try to get a drink quick. Right then. I was looking, I did think it was going to come bullish again. We do seem to have a bit of trouble coming for the downside. Elevated. Trump stated that he has ordered the US Navy to shoot and destroy some Telegram channel. Right, that's not too crazy. So what have we got for Bitcoin? It's having a bit of trouble coming to that level as well. I mean, it's relatively hard to tell. Like, even look at the US market open. US market open was literally right there where I have got the the marker, and this block is literally what's happened. There's been nothing. I mean, yeah, we've currently got a trade on for gold. Push that downside. We do seem to have it slowed down a lot. Has slowed down a lot. What else have we got? Silver. Yeah, look at that. I don't want to be seeing that. That is definitely not what you want to be seeing. Alright, let's have a look. You got a pretty strong resistance level there. You can see we've got 4 candles touching that level as well. But base for that one, 1, 2, 3, and then the breakout again. There's a breakout in between as well here, and then looks like another breakout at the top. But right now it actually looks like squeezing more than anything. So if we go based off of that candle there. You can see how the price is getting squeezed within that level. See, there's that perfect flag there. Perfect flag. Boom, 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 and then there's definitely going to be a breakout here. That's for a fact. Bitcoin is still consolidating that range, relatively no movement whatsoever. Gold seems to be coming in for a reversal, but we've still got I mean, it's still relatively bearish unless we get a candle up to that level there. We'll have a look at Doge right now. Is it going to continue squeezing? I mean, it hasn't really got anywhere to go, but there we go. Seem to be. I mean, looking at this, it doesn't look very positive. Like, I'm sure you guys would agree. That doesn't look very positive whatsoever. I need to see that continuation. There's a bigger candle. Very, very strange. Like, what even is this? Let me have a look. $15.42. I'm so confused. Right, let's have a look. What am I not seeing? Is this broken, or am I just being stupid? I think it's 3 hours behind. Because now it says 14:23, and we're at 17:23. So are we actually, what is it, 3 hours behind? Kinda weird, but okay. I think we're in a different time zone. We need Riga. There we go. Makes more sense. That's what was wrong. So it was 15. Gold's doing pretty bad. Seems Bitcoin will go up for that push. We've only got the liquidity at 167 mil, which is at 79,800. That's all the way up here, just below that resistance level. So 79,800 is where we've got that much larger block of liquidity. Currently, we're not even dipped into that region. We've come bullish ever since. So got about 3 minutes left. We might have a fair. No. I was going to say we'd have a fair value gap right here, but this candle is already too. It's looking a bit too big. I think we had about 3 minutes left on that candle there. We could actually see a level form here. But we'd have to have that candle dipping into that level. And that top one would have to be smaller. How long have we got? About 2 minutes. So we'll come back to that. We can check out Doge. Doge has pushed through. You can see the squeezing there. You can see our price was squeezed within this level. We touched this resistance perfectly. We come back down, and then we touch the support level perfectly as well. Perfect touch there. Perfect again. Perfect again. Not quite just there, but you can see the structure fully. And then we have a clean break, as you can see. Have we got a level within this range? Currently doesn't look like it. I mean, these are the only two candles I'm currently seeing. It'd be hard to find the resistance level though. Kind of all we got at the minute. What was we on? Was we on Bitcoin now? Gold. Yeah, so we have a fair value gap there. So I'm currently waiting for that price to retest this area here. We've got 2 minutes left on that candle, as you can see. So you can see his candle's already forming bearish. So we'll be coming back into this level, I believe. About halfway there could be a good entry point. So let's look at that place there. So 4,708.3 could be a good entry point. Four 708.3. But we go a 5 minute time frame, you can see it's a downtrend, and there's still that possibility of actually come even lower. So it might not be an opportunity to come in for a long position, as looking on a higher time frame obviously gives us a stronger indication of price. So therefore, we might actually be able to come in for a move to the downside even further. As you can see, you've got the high, a low, a high, a low, a high, and then most likely to complete that that free jump downtrend would be a low, which would be lower than this dip here. So this could actually be a good entry point. Not for that long position though, but it all kind of depends on the structure. You can see we have got, let's say if I do that, we've got it's a relatively scattered move, but you can see there's a high there, a low here, high, a low, a high, and then most likely another low that would be lower than this area, so around here somewhere. So we will go in for a position right there. Right there. You can see I've got a bit of spillage. The fact that I entered at that peak, well here where currently price is, and it puts us down to here. So there is a bit of spillage in the market currently. So coming out of that trade that we had on previously could have been either, or we would have taken probably a larger loss if we didn't exit, but then at the same time we should have seen the bigger picture. You can see it's the same kind of structure here. We've got that downtrend forming. So if I were to get in the path, you can see we've got that high, the low, the next high, the next low, the next high, and most likely a third low. So you can see that structure there. The first high is obviously higher than everything from that big bullish move we have from the bottom there. And this obviously next high is lower, and then the next one is even lower. And now we have a very nice downtrend here. Lower highs and lower lows as well. This low, and potentially this low that we've currently got forming right now. So you can see that we are on that move to the downside. So we'll go in for a 4692 profit. 4692. So we might be actually bouncing off of that fair value gap, but that was in the 5-minute time frame. Most likely we'll see some resistance there. This is the level, like the midpoint where I placed, you can see for that fair value gap, it came directly to that level there. So that was kind of the expected area for the price to come down to, and it did. I went and priced off of this previous candle wick. You can see it's dipped slightly, but then it's come back up. So I'm just going to have a look at the points movement we are expecting today for gold. This is tether gold, so don't get it confused with ounce gold USD. You can see tether gold. so let me just calculate that really quick. So we've got 41, 49.11 plus 162.5. 6.09. So about 100 points we've got expected movement for gold, and currently we've moved about 69 points. You can see well, obviously it's generated for the close, so obviously this one is closed, 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 and today we've got a really small one. So what we do to find the daily average, like points movement wise, you know, so we can expect how much movement we're going to get in that day, what we do is, did I buy, sell gold and buy it later? Now, no, I'm still in a short position. I mean, we did have that nice downtrend there, but yeah. It seems we're going to go in for a bullish move now. What? What is going on? I'm so confused. Strange moves.
It's hard to conceal that
So Bitcoin does look like it's on a push for the upside. Well, we've got a little bit of less liquidity now, 138 million. Gold is still kind of figuring out where it wants to go. Might be in for a move to the upside, as this low failed to come down and it's created a high. So we could go in for the next, on the next like dip, for a long position for gold, that is. What have we got news-wise? Elevated, nothing too crazy. Yeah, nothing crazy is happening. It seems like gold is in for a reversal. You can see there's that weakness of that downtrend in this area here. But we are currently staying within this level. See, price hasn't gone above this level here. Might see some consolidation now until we get a stronger move. It seems like we are going for the upside though, because there's been that trend weakness, plus you can see how many times we've got like a push for the upside there as well. Might be for squeezing actually there as well. You can see it's getting squeezed within this level. We will get squeezed even more and more until we get an actual push for like a true break. Right, I'll be back in just a second now. Right then, so this looks like the true break we're looking for. But it's relatively slow. Bitcoin is on the push for that level of 70, most likely going to be at 79k. Still got 138 mil. It was a bit higher earlier on. I think it was like 167 or something like that. 38. So which one's actually more legit? Looks like gold is even struggling to climb though. what was your profit last day? I'm not too sure. I think it was down about 450. How did you get your capital? Working very hard. That's how you get your capital. Alright, let's have a look at the dollar index. News. US EIA natural gas and storage 103 billion cubic feet in the latest week from previous week. German Boomer President Nigel speaks. Change in the number of cubic feet of natural gas held in underground storage during the past week. Actual less than forecast is good for currency. So if the actual is less, it's good for the currency. But seeing as though it's bad this time, so previously we had previously we had 96, and the actual. Oh no, previous we had at 59. Forecast was for 96, and the actual is 103. So that's bad for the US dollar. So that should. That came out 30 minutes ago, so. And that was at 5:30. 5:30. Yeah, relatively no movement. We dipped slightly, but then we've been kind of squeezing within this level. But then the dollar, on the rand, the dollar. Dollar bills, has dipped. Yeah, so since that news came out, it has dipped from 98 600 to 98 530. So 98 600 to 98,000, 98.530. That's quite harsh. So as you know, that as the dollar goes down, gold goes up. It kind of correlates as it's a safe haven asset. $46.80 said it's a buy. $46.80 is a pretty low level, I'm not gonna lie. So we broke through, but then we couldn't hold on. So he's alive with Thomas right now, as you can see. make sure you guys tune into that. Some very, very nice things on there. So you had a perfect touch off of that there. So I don't think we've got any news coming out for the rest of the day. That's it. That was the last thing for today. Tomorrow we've got GBP, and then what have we got for US dollar? It's only retail sell for the British pound. Core retail sales, Belgian NBB business climate. Yeah, nothing too crazy. What have we actually got for next week? Bank holiday, Australia for Monday. Japanese yen. Some major stuff there. Ooh, Canadian dollar. Overnight rate. I've got the US dollar at 9 PM. Federal funds rate, FOMC statement, FOMC press conference. What else have we got? Housing starts, building permits, goods trade balance. Nothing too crazy. Ooh, Thursday looks crazy. Look at that. Amount of reds we've got there. Core PC index for the USA, monthly I believe. Employment cost index, unemployment claims, that's going to be an important one. Normally see some kind of movement, either either positive or negative. So GBP, Euro and USD is mainly what to look for on Thursday. So Thursday is going to be pretty active. Gold doesn't even know what it's doing. That's cooked. That is so cooked.
We make anywhere from 1, maybe like 3, 4, 5% in money. On rare occasions we make more, but it's only
Yeah, it's not looking too good. Not looking too good. What have we got going on for Fatcoin? Very strange market conditions today, if I'm completely honest. What the hell? What has just happened? It's like what have I done? How do I get this back over? Whatever. Oh my days, what is going on? Why did it do that? There we go. So we didn't even come back into that level here. We just kind of give it a, I don't know, a little haircut and then it's bounced back off it. I'll drop some highs and lows on there quick. See what happens price wise, see where price comes. everything seems to kind of be in the same place. So Bitcoin is now at 78,171. Liquidity wise, I don't think we've got anything really. 29, 80k. I mean, it kind of is pulling to 80k though, currently. I would say we've got a level there, but I'm not getting much confirmation of it. I mean, it's relatively weak. I mean, you can see price does relatively like kind of stick into this level. You can see the movements. But it's a relatively large level to work with.
Work today.
I don't know, something's not right today. Something's not right today. Market structure wise is very strange as well. Where are we at? Bitcoin 78,100, 400, sorry. Wait for that dip and then we'll go in for a long position, but let's have a look at liquidity first. I mean, liquidity is, I don't know, it's kind of not there. 5-minute time frame? Have we got a fair value gap or anything that we can go in with based on? What a big move there. I mean, that's a single candle though. We'll break through this previous high. So looking at Bitcoin, we did have that big inflow today actually of about 54 billion. Those strong demands for the ETFs and the institutions putting that money in. So I am thinking we are going to push for that 80k again. We might lose momentum, but a bearish scenario would only kind of be in question if we were to lose that level of 77k. So this low here, but yeah, that is a long way to go still. There we go. There's a big move. 74 on the RSI. But I do believe we will continue bullish for quite some time. Alright, let me just check something really quick. Bro, what's happened there then? Policy violations. That's some kind of joke. What have I done wrong? What did I do? What did I do?
Introducing Grammarly.
What did I do? Alright, I'll get play music, innit? Let me know when it comes back on, because this is just a joke. Right, Bitcoin did peak up to 78,624. Even though you can't see me currently, this will get fixed in just a second. But yeah, we'll get this sorted very, very fast. I had this happen like once, I'm not sure why. YouTube doesn't like me, but there we go, we're back in. I don't know, I have no clue. It doesn't even tell me. That's like that's the thing. Like, it doesn't even tell me what's happened. That's what kind of frustrates me. But anyway, yeah, we're in that trade now. Bitcoin has dipped ever so slightly to our entry level again. So from this point on, I am expecting a continuation to that upside, unless this candle was to stop out those short positions for a larger move to the downside. But there's no liquidity in the downside, which is kind of strange. Look, all that liquidity sat at the top of that 80k, plus we've had those inflows and all those things I mentioned in today's video, and still it wants to come bearish. I mean, we haven't come past that previous low, so we're not in trouble just yet. I am expecting at least a move to the upside from around this area here of 78,240. If not, then we could be in a bit of a pickle. I didn't think it was going to be much faster, so from this low we'd get a push to the upside again, but it seems we have continued slightly further to the downside right now. So this bullish candle could be now the one that determines that push to the upside. Let's have a look. Let's refresh that so we can see what we've got on the time. About 20-ish seconds for that candle there. We need to see more movement. We need to see more movement from the buyers. About 15 seconds or so. 10-ish. Already a good sign to see. So yeah, like I said, make sure you guys check out today's video. A lot of interesting things have happened over these last 24 hours. Like, we did have a extended ceasefire agreement now. It did kind of surface online that it was what, 3 to 5 days. So I was already there thinking, like, you know, what's going to happen for those 3 to 5 days. So we got from yesterday, that would obviously be, was it yesterday? Yesterday was Wednesday, yes. Yesterday was that day where it would close. So yesterday, Thursday, Friday, and then Friday we most likely might have seen some kind of movement. If not, then we'll definitely see something on the weekend. But there isn't now an actual agreement. There isn't actually a date set for this agreement to expire. So there could be, you know, some I don't know, something else that kind of gets put into this to make it a little bit more exciting. Because currently it's kind of just on pause. So this agreement extension is just kind of a way for more time to be added, to make more decisions, to put themselves in the better positions. As currently no one kind of knows what's going on. It's like a 50-50. USA have some control, Iran also have some control. They pretty much control that whole channel right now, and it's been closed for about 4 days now. This is the 5th day, I believe. So if we were to look at a live traffic, so you can see 5 days, the duration of restriction. It's been closed for these 5 days, 15 hours, and these 34 minutes. So yeah, now what we've got is them 280 vessels. Yesterday was the same. Yeah, same thing as yesterday as well. What's coming in is 3 vessels. Crude oil's up 103. That is crazy. Oh, no, it's not. That's Brent's crude oil. We've got crude oil to the US dollar, and that was Brent's crude oil, I believe. Where was it? Yep, there we go. CFD's on Brent's crude oil. So that's $103. And now we did have some ships getting attacked actually. These two. These Greek ship and a Panama ship, I believe. Container ship fired upon and seized in Straits of Hormuz. It's a retaliation for the US naval blockade of Iran, and this one as well, currently held. Both of them are currently held. So Iran have seized 11 vessels right now, and the US and UK have only seized about 4. So the 4 that they got is the Grace 1, Iran suspended violation of EU sanctions on Syria, carrying 2.1 million barrels of crude. And then the MT Rhea, accused of fuel smuggling, alleged collision with fishing vessel, retaliation for Grace 1, accused of polluting the sea, leverage over 7 billion in frozen Iranian assets in Korean banks. Sea simultaneously with Delta Poseidon, IRGC helicopter boarding in international waters, and then they have US DOG seized 1 million barrels of Iranian crude, offloaded in Houston, operator fined $2.4 million. That is crazy. Seized in Gulf of Oman, alleged collision with Iranian vessel, seized while transiting in the Straits of Hormuz, formerly named Suez Ryan, seized in Gulf of Oman as direct retaliation. So Iran kind of have the upper hand, even though they might not be as strong, military-wise and, well, just in general. The US and UK are obviously going to be a lot stronger than Iran, but Iran does have kind of an upper hand as they have a better position. They are currently in control fully, well, not fully, but I'd say about 70% for sure. And yeah, they're currently kind of in control of this whole situation. We had another, one second. So you can see the live, there's literally nothing. There was those 3 vessels yesterday, there's most likely 3 vessels today. So we've got one there, one there. This is the one that has had the, that has been seized, I believe. Yeah, the one that got blown up. And then there was another one very close by. But yeah, anyway, back to the trade. We seem to be in a bit of a predicament right now. We've got some news actually. 55 elevated, nothing too crazy right now. Politics, financials, nothing too crazy. Yeah, nothing too mad. So we have slowed down in that bullish move now. But we are still looking pretty solid. Solid-ish. With a stronger push from the buyers, like, it's looking a bit weak at the moment. There we go, there we go. I need to get past that previous high. What are we looking at liquidity wise? Nothing too crazy. I think Model 2 is my favorite, but it's not showing much. 103. What we got for gold, 1.2k. Damn. 4. Upside as well. Oh no. I just got rid of that. It's all good, it's all good. We're still going good. We're still going strong. I wanted to look at, is there a combination where I can look at? So like a combined version, 1 hour, 12 hours, 2.5. 103. We're not going to come up to that 80 mil. Looks like it's struggling to keep up there. It's struggling there. We could actually form a high around here. Looks like we might be in for a downtrend. We'll set a limit order at 78,360, that's about halfway. What have we got here? We are waiting. Israeli Defense Minister Israel Katz. We are waiting for a green light from the United States. First and foremost, to complete the elimination of the Khamenei dynasty, the initiator of the annihilation plan against Israel, as well as the successors of the Iranian terror regime leadership. In addition, to push Iran back into a dark ages era by destroying key energy and electricity facilities and crushing its national economic infrastructure. So, things might be getting a little bit more heated. I was gonna say, like, you know, we can't be calm, like, there's always gotta be something. There's always gotta be something. And this is a start to that something. So let's just put that global tension to a high. Israel's Defense Minister Katz threatens different. That's going to be the main topic for like an hour now. So now we've got two wars. Great, 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 great. I mean, that war was obviously still going on, Iran and Russia. But now we've had more funding, but then more sanctions on Russia. It's a kind of a touchy subject, I'm not gonna lie. So let me just show you. So today is an important day for our defence and for our relations with the European Union. The European support loan for the Ukraine has been unlocked. 90 billion euros over 2 years. This package will strengthen our army, make Ukraine more resilient, and enable us to fulfill our social obligations to Ukrainians, as set out in law. It matters that Ukraine is securing this level of financial certainty, after more than 4 years of full-scale war. I mean, I don't want to say too much on it. As I said, touchy subjects, politics is not our thing, and trading is our thing. But it's strange that so much money has gone to Ukraine, and yet the war is going and going, and no one's kind of helping Russia. But yeah, there is that. Because, I mean, well, from what I've heard is that Ukraine just gets funded and funded and funded and funded and funded and funded by even NATO and all these other countries. And it feels like they're getting the worst of it. I'm not really sure where the money's going, but, you know, that's not for me to decide. I mean, Bitcoin's acting kind of suspicious. Well, I mean, now it kind of just looks like everything is based on the news, like literally everything. Because now, literally, we had this this report came out at 6:47. Now it's 6:54. It's nearly 10 minutes ago. So that's what, 7 minutes, I believe. Quick maths. But we go to 47 when it came out. Yep, 47 there, 6:47. We go to 6:47, and you can see it's now kind of on a decline. It was on a push back up to the upside, but it's on a decline now. I think we're getting some strength from the buyers in this area. That's why we are relatively, you know, on the same spot, not really moving. About 10 more seconds left. But yeah, I mean, news is a very, very big catalyst, I'd say, for now. So that news did come out, but it's not really like a direct news source. It's not really direct news what we're seeing. But the fact that we have got, we had a push for the upside, and then it came for a push to the downside, but you can see there's resistance there as these 3 candles have closed in a very, very short space. So, and then you can see that's the effect we get when we see like a slowdown of movement right here. So how are we going to push for the upside now? $4,761 gold is currently at. It is for a push. It is in for a push to the upside though. Crude oil's up 94 now. It's coming to a very... It's coming closer and closer to this peak of 99. So it's been bullish ever since the 17th of April when we had that closure of the channel, I believe. I think it closed on the 18th. Yeah, so look, we had 5 days. It closed on the 18th. So since April 18th, this is obviously the duration of the restriction. And now we can obviously see how it's affected oil prices. So that's the 17th. Say if we go on a daily time frame, that's the 17th. Actually, no, this is the 17th still. You know, we're going down, the channel is open. It peaked up to here, then the channel was open, and then you can see 17th is still okay. You know, price is going down, everything's kind of good. And then 18th, it's shut. And now, what do we get? We get exactly an opposite. And ever since that day, we've been going bullish. We peaked to about $97 per barrel, and now we're at 94, which is not far off. Not far off at all. What else have we got? 61. So now the critical news is literally just surrounding that Israeli defense minister and what he has just pretty much said on that threat. So guys, if you want to check out Glint as well, it's a very nice place to obviously get your news from. So it's like instant, so you get a notification and then you're up to speed. You know, you're the first one to know as soon as it comes out. Like literally this came out at 6:47 and it's only got 400 views. So this is the pattern we've created right here. It's like that W pattern. So it looks to me that we've failed to go for a downside push. And you can see it's come up above that previous peak, and now we could realistically be in on a push to the upside. Crude oil is up 1.49% today already, but Bitcoin seems to be currently struggling a little bit. Well, looks like we just got nothing too crazy. Well, I'll be back in just a sec. Right, boys. Looks like Bitcoin is still stuck in that consolidation. Or it might have been preparing for a bigger move. What about oil? Is it on that expected bullish move that we had a look at earlier? Looks like it is. What is this? $61. What's this? Iran's judiciary chief touts the country's show of force. What? Must be important, as we've got 1.5k views in what? Not even a minute. I can't see anything today. Honestly, guys, I can't see anything. Solana's consolidating. Bitcoin, same thing. Just in this same range. We've barely got liquidity. We've got liquidity at that 79,200. Before we had 79,300, I think. But yeah, we're still consolidating. Same for gold as well. But we do have liquidity for the upside in pretty much everything. Crude oil made that nice pattern of that W, as you can see. Here, here, here. And then it's kind of the same going up. See, if I dropped it in like that, you can see the exact pattern there. And well, it has broken above that previous peak as well, as you can see. So if I were to drop that there, but it's not obviously came above it and held it. So we might be, news-wise, we've got just that Iranian thing, waits green light, awaits US green light to resume Iran war. I mean, looking at the comments like themselves, you can kind of gold, shocking, bro, shocking. Where are we at? Shocking. Yeah, look, gold just dipped. Gold dipped quite a lot. We were looking at yeah, I mean it's this is not good. Like, this is not good. Israel awaits US green light to resume Iran war. Cats. I mean, I had a feeling it was obviously not going to be as calm as this. And now we've just got news about this, so I mean, it's not looking too good. I mean, what was the point of that agreement anyway? Because no one's actually keeping to the rules. Iran continues blowing them ships up. 2 of them have been blown up, yesterday? And, you know, it's not looking like anyone's kind of playing by the rules. So, oil prices are gonna skyrocket, I think. They're already on the move to the upside. But currently, we've made this kind of formation here, this like W shape. And if it continues to hold above this previous high, then we could expect a move to the upside. But I feel like we'll get a move to the upside regardless. Today is Thursday. Friday, we'll definitely have something happening over the weekend. Because that news that just came out isn't going to be, you know, just like waved off in, you know, a couple of hours. It's going to take at least a day for something to get underway. So I mean, yeah, it feels like we're kind of on the edge of something a lot more active. We did get that a couple of weeks ago where Trump decided on the weekend he's going to post a tweet saying he's going to blow up an entire civilization, which was kind of scary. Like, I mean, I was obviously thinking, oh, am I going to wake up tomorrow or am I not going to wake up? Yeah, scary times we're living in, scary times. But yeah, today I'm not really seeing much to trade on. See, Bitcoin is still consolidating in this range. We had a bit of a hiccup here from the was coming in for a push to the downside, and then now ever since that we have gone kind of bullish, but then we don't have enough strength to come up higher and break this kind of higher structure here, and we've kind of gone lower again. But we did have that liquidity at the top. We did have those inflows, which is about 35-ish billion. So yeah, it's a bit of a sticky situation. We'll get some more news as the day comes to an end. Currently, it's only like, what, 7 o'clock here. But yeah, we'll definitely get something. Bitcoin is still in this same range. Same for obviously as Ethereum and so on. Liquidity wise, I don't think anything's changed. Yeah, still 94 million. Nothing too crazy. So it's just below that 80 mil. About 94 mil. It's nothing crazy, you know. And then we've got obviously that higher time frame resistance level at the top, as you can see. That's the current structure of Bitcoin. Let me just get them off. You can see it's kind of in a tighter upward trend at the minute. We were consolidating within this uptrend for quite some time. We dipped slightly below, which was, I remember I was trading on those days, and yeah, it felt like the market was a little bit shaky, a little bit worried and stuff. And now, yeah, it has broken. It broke up to about 76 one day, which was here, I believe. And then it came bearish quite fast. You can see by the candles, you can see here, came bearish quite fast, but then on the 17th, obviously broke into 78k, and then yesterday we were looking at that 80k level, and now it kind of looks like we're going to come back to that 80k level, but that wouldn't be sticking, within this support and resistance level that we've got here. So at first we were sticking in the higher time frame, so the daily, as you can see, relatively okay, no worry. And then we kind of got tighter, so at the top we could see maybe a breakout through 80k, but it all kind of, a big factor is this war stuff. Like if it gets bad, then we could actually see Bitcoin dropping, but we could actually see stability if things turn out to be better. So yeah, like I said, big factor, this war stuff. And now especially we've got the Ukraine and Russian war kind of coming into a bit more light. Everyone was kind of focused on Iran and USA, but now Ukraine and Russia are coming to light, as obviously they did get that funding for 90 million for a 2-year period, which was obviously taking place today. As you can see, you can pause the video, pause the live, check that out, or even go check it out on Twitter yourselves. But yeah, what have we got? Gold is still consolidating. Everything's currently just in the same kind of place. Bitcoin still consolidating within this level. Buy gold 4,700. Let me have a look. We have come from resistance there, you can see actually. So support flips to resistance. This was previously some support, and hold it till London session. That's what, tomorrow, isn't it? It's not a bad shout, but it's gonna take a while, I reckon, for gold to actually gain some momentum and actually start making some moves. Yeah, but like I said, consolidation is what we're currently seeing. We've got a gravestone candle there. If we get now a larger bearish candle, could be a signal for a bullish move. That's normally what we get. We get a gravestone candle, a larger bearish one, and then the market kinda does an opposite where it goes bullish. Next week, rate cut decision, yes. We have a very busy day on Thursday. Let's have a look. Oh no, we don't need May. Right, there we go. Tomorrow is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Rate cuts. Was it Wednesday? When was it? Tell me. I was looking at unemployment claims, employment cost. We had the core PCE index. I mean, this is all at 3:30 p.m. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 things at once. Where have we got 29? Federal funds rate, is that it? No. Yeah, I think that is it. 9 p.m. Relatively small, but see we're in for a push for gold. Well, what I'm reading right now is that we're expecting to get a 0% rate cut. There's no prediction yet. I feel like it's obviously too far. Tomorrow forecast. Yeah, I mean some of them don't even have a forecast. It just says previous. Every day he buys low gold and then uses one lots and TP it. My friend makes 4K every day in buy gold. Crazy. Michael, you can follow me on Twitter. My dad's trades. So follow me and then let me know about this friend you've got. I want to know the secrets. We are kind of starting to come bullish, as you can see. How are we looking? We're not yet broken through that previous high. Might see some consolidation until we break through. He says buy gold and hold it very much. You wait to gold go down, very down. What's very down? What we talking like? Where have we got? I mean, this is kind of a good place to kind of buy. It's very close to this area of 4,600, 4,700. We're peaked at 4,800. And then, yeah, I mean, it could be a good place to buy actually. You're not wrong. I don't want to jump in on that momentum just yet. I want to get like a clear sign of an upwards move. I don't know why these keep disappearing, but why do they disappear? Let me have a look. He started from 2016, but not even single sell. What do you mean? Like he's not sold? He's not sold gold at all? Oh, how? What do you mean? And had make over 600k. It must be real. I mean, I want to know what he's doing. I want to know what he's doing. What does he know that I don't know? Yeah, make sure you guys check out Everdex down in the description below. You obviously see me use it every single day, and if you have any questions, do feel free to drop them in the description, the chat box below. Where are we at with gold? I mean, we can actually even leave that buy limit order there and watch it get taken. But the price is just hovering above it. So it's at 0.3, 0.4, 0.3, 0.2 again, 0.3, 0.4. So it's like micrometers. Use a dollar technique USD is weak now, so place buy, then TP it. I mean, I did just place a market order, a limit order, sorry. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Right, let's have a look at the strength of the dollar actually. mean, look how close it was. This is literally the stuff that kind of gets me very frustrated. Look how close it was. Is this a joke? It needed to come 0.1 move. What is it? It's not even a whole pip. It's not even a whole point of movement. It's literally like a tenth of one move, and it didn't want to claim it. Waiting for a low to form. We'll get a push to the upside now, and then we'll kind of jump in on the low. We're at 61. We've got relatively okay strength there. Oh, we might even be able to enter now. So, news did come about those women who were apparently going to get hung yesterday by the Iranian, some kind of bad people, but they didn't end up getting hung. So, 4 of them got put in jail for a month, and then the other 4 got released. And then Trump made a statement about it, and he said he's like very thankful about that whole situation, and that obviously he let the women go. So it's a relatively large move there. We're going to see a dip now. $910K for the upside. That's at 4,814. And now we are at 4,711. That's quite a high. It's quite a long way to go.
Introducing Grammarly.
price going to come down to our level or not? That's the big question. Got 6 more seconds left on that candle to fully form. But is it going to come bearish enough to take our limit order, or is it going to continue bullish? If you see gold was gone to 5,600, then somebody manipulated it. I mean, it did go up to there like a long time ago. Let me have a look. Tether gold is actually relatively new. But as for gold, yeah, gold's max price was 5,600 and 602.225. That is a very high price. That's for an ounce of gold, 5.6k dollars for an ounce of gold. That is pretty crazy. Right guys, that will be it for today's live session. Make sure you check out today's video, some very important things on there, and also check out other decks, link in description, and yeah, make sure you stay subscribed so you don't miss out on the upcoming videos, because there'll be a lot of interesting things happening very soon. So as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.